Doug Kramer?
There's been a lot of talk about how Jaylon Johnson wanted to be a top paid cornerback in this league. He has spoken twice now recently, and he's completely debunked those theories, and he sounds very humbled. He said he hasn't earned it. He's not an all-pro. He's not a two-time Pro Bowler with 17 interceptions like Trayvon Diggs, and he laughed off the thought that he deserved that much money. He said, "I still have a lot to earn. I feel like I've still got a lot to prove." He also mentioned he wants to stay in Chicago and does want an extension, but he laughed it off when he asked if he wanted as much money as Trayvon Diggs or even Cole Kmet. He said he hasn't played at that level yet. He wants to earn an extension, and he said repeatedly that he wants to be in Chicago long term. For some reason, the story about JJ has been that he wants to be one of the top 5 paid cornerbacks in all of football, but that does not appear to be the case. He also got a new agent in the offseason and repeatedly said he wants to stay here. I'm a fan of JJ. He has a ton of skills. I think lining up against DJ Moore every day is going to pay dividends this year and help him take his game to the next level. On top of that, one of the coolest developments of the offseason is Jaylon working with Charles Tillman. Peanut is a fan favorite and a personal favorite of mine. Me and my boys Eddie and Dwayne watched his entire career together. I remember Peanut's very first training camp practice because we were there. Mike Brown was cussing him out, but afterwards he had his arm around him, talking to him and helping him learn. And now we get to see Peanut doing the same thing with young cornerback Jaylon Johnson. We all love Peanut and his peanut punch that revolutionized how NFL teams play defense. If Tillman can teach JJ to peanut punch, Matt Eberflus would be the happiest man on the planet, and all Bears fans would love it. Jaylon is entering the final year of his rookie deal, so I wanted to take a few minutes to do a deep dive on how Jaylon has played throughout his first 3 years. Let's take a look at the advanced statistics of his first 3 years in the NFL. 2022 was one of his best seasons, but he happened to miss 6 games. He allowed a career-low 1 touchdown pass last year and a career-low 426 yards against him. He missed 6 games and is yet to play a full 16-game season throughout his 3-year career. He started 13 games as a rookie, 15 games in 2021, and 11 games last season, so staying healthy is a big part of him turning it around. Let me go over his stats real quick, and then I'll tell you what I think he needs to improve on. In 2020, he allowed a coverage grade of 56.1. 2021, that was 60.5, and then in 2022, he improved it to a 65.2, the best of his career. Same with the passer rating. It was 106.7 in 2020, 102.8 was his passer rating allowed in 2021, and he got that down to 96.8 last year. Overall in his career, he's given up 12 touchdowns. However, 5 of those came as a rookie, 6 were in 2021. He only gave up 426 yards and 1 touchdown all of last season. The biggest things I believe that JJ needs to work on, first up is getting turnovers. He has 2 career turnovers, both coming in 2021, 1 interception and 1 forced fumble. Adding a peanut punch would be huge for his career. Another worry besides the lack of turnovers and the missed games are JJ's missed tackles. He missed 9 as a rookie, but performed better in 2021, only missing 5 tackles in 15 games. But he struggled awfully in that category last year. He missed 10 tackles in only 11 games, so his missed tackle rate was way up last year, by far the highest of his young career. On the outside, most people would say JJ had a down year. He missed 10 tackles, 6 games, and had 0 turnovers with a coverage grade of 65.2. However, JJ lines up against number 1 receivers constantly and only allowed 1 touchdown in his 11 games. He's a very good cornerback who just turned 24 years old and will be much more comfortable in Matt Eberflus' system this year. I think he's humbled and he's bought into what Eberflus is selling. I would love to see Jaylon Johnson get an extension. Most likely, I believe that Ryan Poles waits until after the season or at least later in the year before extending any more players. He's bought himself some time to let the season play out before choosing who he wants to reward. But if Jaylon is willing to take a team-friendly extension now, I say lock him up. JJ has a ton of talent, and you don't let great young corners walk away for nothing. That said, he does still have a lot of things to improve on. You want to see his coverage skills continue to improve. You would also like to see him take a few more chances and get some interceptions, but forcing fumbles would be a great way for him to really up the value of his next contract. Him working with Peanut Tillman only makes me want to keep him here more. One thing that none of us would want to see is for JJ to start peanut punching balls and then walk away in free agency next year. That would just not be cool. One thing I don't want to happen is the media to continue harassing JJ about the contract extensions. It's something he's going to let his agent get done. And it's something that Ryan Poles also has to want to get done as well. Ryan Poles has Chase Claypool, Darnell Mooney, and Jaylon Johnson that are eligible for extensions right now. And it's very possible he's not going to extend all three. And that's what I meant when he bought himself some time. By giving Cole Kmet an extension early, he got us close to the spending floor and bought himself the entire season to decide which one of these guys, or maybe even two, that he wants to extend. So until that happens, there will not be an extension signed. Stay tuned as training camp is in full swing. Pads come on tomorrow. Preseason action is just around the corner, and I have a ton of content coming. Stay tuned. I'll be dropping another training camp special, position battle videos next. Please remember to hit that like button for me, and until next time, bear down.
Jaylon, do you feel like things are progressing on the contract, or are they stalled, or where does it sit for you? You came in and said, let's talk about the
I
contract.
did. 'Cause, I mean, we all know what y'all gonna ask me about. But I mean, honestly, it really ain't too much I can really speak on. I know I'm in a good position. And whatever will happen, God willing, I can be a Chicago Bear. And we figure out a deal and get something done here, because that's what I want to do. But we'll see what happens at the end of the day. Cole and his situation isn't necessarily my situation, and whatever my numbers are going to be my numbers. So I mean, I'm not looking, okay, Cole's money's going to be my money. Like, no, I'm not. I don't look at it like that. Definitely just something that I'm looking forward to see where it goes.
Do you look at Trayvon Diggs' contract then?
Nah, we're in totally different ballgame. He's all pro, 15, 17 picks in 3 years. I mean, he done some really good things. I mean, hats off to him and congrats to him. I'm definitely happy for him and for the cornerback market as well. So they gave the rookie a higher number than me? Oh no. What's the swag rating? This can't be right. A 19, you get a rookie of 45.
Yeah, we icy. We going for that ring. We about to go golf. Let's go to the swing. So, yeah.
Swifty in the house!
Doug Kramer? No,